BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, Tekashi 6ix9ine decided that he was gonna run down on a producer in the Dominican Republic. Okay. Now, I want to be clear about this. I have no idea why any of this is going on. Just so we can be clear, there's a situation that happened. I think someone disrespected his girlfriend, who I think now is supposed to be his next baby mama. I'm not 100% sure on that either. It's like a lot of things going on with this guy, while at the same time, there's nothing going on at all. In any regard, I need for y'all guys to go look at that earlier video again. Why were they scamping away? Like, why didn't that look like real running? Like, I'm just saying, like, fam, if you're out there committing crimes and you running like that to get away, you're not going to get away from many of those situations that you're trying to escape from. Unless the guys chasing you are also running with that level of lack of athleticism. With that being said, I don't know what's going on in this photo, in this video, not video, in their video. All I know is allegedly he has a girlfriend. She was disrespected by the producer. I have no idea how the disrespect happened. I tried to find out. At whatever point it is, Tekashi and his people decided that they were gonna, run down on those guys. And if I'm wrong about this, whatever.
No longer recall said, "You write well, Cavario. You could be a writer." I remember sneering and remarking, "A writer? I'm going to be a gangster." I remember thinking that I had chosen the game, but I survived long enough to understand that the game had chosen me long before I even knew what choice was. Long before I understood that the choices we make sometimes lead to circumstances that leave no choices at all. Long before I knew the world was filled with infinite possibilities. Bullshit yourself and the world will play along. We're taught this long before we can identify our true selves. But even before that mentality is uploaded into our psyches, we, as children, operate on simplistic interpretation. This is what makes us more likely to do what the adults in our lives do rather than what they say. My people never wanted me to be in the street, but everything in my home and everything in my community dictated otherwise. And as psychologists will often argue whether nature or nurture is the cause of our behaviors, I've come to suspect that it's a bit of both. If that's so, then the likelihood of my becoming who and what I became was as sure as the earth on its axis. Although I ended up bringing something uniquely my own into existence, as I was nurtured in a setting replete with criminal inclination, I often too felt the influences of my parents' innate makeup heavily affecting my actions. This exposure hardened me and prepped me for what would become my future. Consciously, I knew nothing of the interaction between my genes and my world, but I held my elders in the highest regard. Theirs was a criminal dynasty, cold, mean, and unflinching, and they bared no weaknesses, or at least none that were visible to my young eyes. Growing up in the 70s gave me the opportunity to witness the end of an era. It is a time that will never be repeated, a time through which I was afforded the knowledge of the unwritten handbook. The pictures on the pages of our invisible manual bore images of fierce flights and frivolous fancies, and I looked forward to growing up and taking my place in this gritty landscape. Like most children, I thought my home was indicative of all homes. I thought that everyone witnessed hundreds of thousands of dollars being counted by their parents on an almost daily basis. I thought everyone found 100-round spitting .45 caliber Thompson submachine guns in their mother's bedroom closet. Thus, by the age of 9, I believed that I was genetically engineered for the life of a gangster. And at this point, I have forgotten more about the game of death than most have had the time or opportunity to learn before their time is up and their opportunities are no more. Who am I? I am the son of my Harlem-born gangster-to-a-heart mother and the genetic product of my Harlem-born killer without a heart father. I am the result of confusion and anger and the byproduct of deceit and greed. I am 100% guerrilla hustler. And the term guerrilla hustler is a term that I coined specifically to express the unique condition of what made me and how I operated.
Boom.
I didn't want it to be confused with hustler, like rap, you made it, or gangster, like rap made it.
The real deal.
There's no A on the end of my gangster. There's no A.
That's E-R.
Yes, the ER. You dig?
Yes,
Like,
sir.
Raised by wolves, get that. All right?